No, you're
Okay.
right.
Hello, Miss Maddox. I am interested in how did you come about to get the Harriet Tubman Award? Prestigious.
I worked with the National Organization of Women for the city of Detroit, and I was in places that no one dared to go. And it was like an underground railroad where I was working. And they never seen anybody down there before. Mm-hmm. And once I got with the National Organization of Women, and they found out who I were and where I was working, that's how I obtained that award.
Fantastic. Okay, what role did you play in the National Organization of Women? What was your vendetta? What was your goal?
My goal was to work out here with women and to help women and young women. I was working in a shelter for battered women, and I seen a whole lot of stuff that was going on, and that way I knew that women needed help out here. So I was going down in the Cass corridor getting women 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and then I said, well, something has to be done about this. So therefore, I decided to join the National Organization of Women and take it upon myself to go out here in the street and help these women. And
okay,
children.
but did you have an official title, or you just jumped in there?
I just jumped in. I had no title. I didn't want a title. Mm-hmm. I just did what I had to do. Okay. And that way I was recognized.
Okay. Now my next question is, how did it affect you being in that scenario with the National Women's Organization?
It made me a little more, it made me sad for one thing, to know that women had to go through this. And it made me a little more humble, because I realized that at any given time that I could also be in their predicament.
Right. How did it affect your relationship with your kids, your overall kids, when you were dealing with this?
My kids thought it was a fantastic idea.
Okay.
My kids had no problem with that.
Okay. Now, I understand you in the Black Panthers. How did it affect you being in the Black Panthers?
Working with the Black Panthers, I worked with civil rights. I was in the Black Panthers for the civil rights. Mm-hmm. I worked with the National Organization of Women for women's rights. Mm-hmm. So, believe me, I have been out there running for a long time for rights.
Okay, so how did being in the Black Panthers, being in the Army, and being in the Women's National Organization affect you? All three of the above affect you.
It made me stronger. It made me stronger, and it made me more conscious. Working out there in those streets, but it made me stronger. So it affected me in that scenario, but other than that, it did not affect me. It affected me where I wanted to stay out there.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay out there. I did not want to get out the streets.
Fantastic. Okay, how do you feel about the third wave kids?
I think these kids are too smart, too fast. Mm-hmm. They are too smart, too fast. That's the way I feel about them. They just too smart, too fast, and there's no other way that we can describe these children. They work on computers. They work on everything, things that we don't even know how to do. Right, so these kids are just the kids that's too smart, too fast. So that's what I think about these kids. But I think that one of these kids in this generation is going to come up with the cure for a very, very bad disease that we have out here today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you could go back and just do this all over again, I mean, I'm talking about from Harriet Tubman Award to the National Organization of Women, the Black Panthers, the Army, the Women's Lib, all of that. What would you do different?
I probably wouldn't do anything different, because if I would do anything different, I wouldn't be the person that I am sitting right here now, feeling the way that I feel. So
Come here.
I think if I would go back, I don't think I would do anything different.
Okay, well, that ends our interview.
Come here.
And we appreciate you.
And I thank you for interviewing me.
All right.
All right. Thank